So, on what has turned out to be yet another dark, cloudy, rainy day here in South Florida, I have decided I was going to start making YouTube videos. I was going through my collection and I was thinking to myself, this collection looks very different than it did a year ago, and that's because I'm very often trading or selling away parts of my collection to pick up other pieces. So I was originally just going to start making an inventory, like a large Excel spreadsheet of whatever I've owned and what grade and what I sold it or traded it for, just a large record. But I instead decided I was just going to record videos of my collection of the key pieces that I think would be on the move or so. So I could keep like a record of it, and it's put online this way. Anybody wants to view and see what I collect, they can do so, and I can go back and see what I've collected and what I've gotten rid of, and if I regret it or wanted to pick it up again if I got rid of it. So I just thought this would be a fun way for me to organize myself and keep a record of what I have and haven't owned for future decisions. So today I'm going to start off with top 10 baseball cards that I currently own. These are in somewhat of an order, not in terms of like just raw value, but what I consider my favorite cards. But these are in general my most valuable cards that I own. So, and it's probably going to be a little dark just because I'm using my my room light to do my best to light it up, because it, like I said, it's really dark. I mean, you can kind of see it's just like a dark background, even though it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So my first card on my list is a 56 Topps Koufax. This card's in a PSA 2.5, 2.5, but I really didn't get this card just because I'm like a huge Koufax fan. More as I just got it because I wanted to own a card from the 50s without breaking the bank, and overall it's a really great card of an amazing pitcher, and just for the record, I am a New York Mets fan. Shout out to Mark from Kentucky, fellow Mets fan, somebody I watch a lot. Also Elite Co 3 for telling me to buy the card and not the grade. It's helped me a lot, because there are a lot of cards that I owned in 10s that I could find flaws myself just looking over them, and I was thinking, wow, the grader really dropped the ball on this one, but everybody makes mistakes, so no harm, no foul. So my number 9 card is this 97 Bowman Adrian Beltre. I really enjoy owning this card. It's just a classic looking rookie, and it's kind of tough to get in a 10, so the value has been creeping up slowly over time. I got this card a couple years back when it was just about $100, and I think it's gone up, I don't know, 40, 50 bucks. I think it's at like 150 now. I'm not positive, but either way, it's just a really classic card, and of a great player. I mean, Hall of Famer, no doubt. And I think, yeah, it's in an older slab, but still, this would actually be one I would consider getting reholstered. I have a few others that I have in my collection that I'm planning on doing so that would probably be a good candidate for that. Following up with the Dodgers theme, we got Brooklyn Dodgers and then LA. Actually, this is no coincidence, but I just noticed that my first 3 cards are all Dodgers, and I'm a Mets fan. So, yeah, but anyways, this is a 2008 Topps update of Kershaw, same year as the Scherzer rookie. So you got Scherzer and Kershaw, 2 of the best pitchers in the entire MLB, both in the National League, both in the same rookie set. And I don't own the Scherzer. I'm actually currently trying to win one in a bid, I think, because they've gone up as well. I think they're about 120. You can get lucky and get them for about 100 even if you catch the bid on the right day, but I haven't so far, so I'm still trying to get one. But yeah, this is just a great card. I mean, nobody can argue that he's most likely going into the Hall of Fame without a hitch. So I thought it would just be a great card to own, and I respect him as a player, but I must say I'm not a huge Dodgers fan. I'm sorry, all you Dodgers fans. My next card well, actually, let me show you it first, is a 93 Topps Derek Jeter rookie and a 10. This card's gone up quite a lot, and just like with everything else with Jeter, he's just a can't miss, you know. Anything you collect of him, even if it's just a base card, it will go up in value. He's just a great player. Of course, he's going to make the Hall of Fame this next year, and so everything of his is going up quite a bit. But it's just a classic looking Topps card, very basic, very plain. I'm actually not a huge fan of the design. It's a classic looking card, but I do prefer his Stadium Club rookie, but that thing is just exploded. I think it's like at $700 or something crazy now. It's just insane. I had the opportunity like last spring to obtain it for about $350, and I didn't do it because I thought that's too much, and I, of course, greatly regret it. But anyways, so the next card, and keeping up with the Dodgers, look at that. Kershaw, Piazza, Beltre, and then the Koufax, 4 Dodgers in the top, and I've only shown 5 cards, but it's just coincidence, I swear. But yeah, obviously huge Mets fan, so Piazza's ranking very high on my favorite Mets list. Great guy, great person, great player, you know, very professional. Just really enjoyed him on the Mets in the early thousands, watching him. I'm glad he went to the Hall of Fame as a Met. But yeah, just a great card, just a classic card. This is the same year as the Mariano, which has just exploded as well. I mean, it's just crazy what that card's at now in a 10. I can't even come close to affording it at the moment. I do hope to obtain one time, but for now, I'm gonna have to stick with the cheaper, because there's lots of good rookies in the 92 Bowman set. Piazza, one of them. But that's my number six card. So my number 5 card, so this is starting my top 5 favorite cards in my collection. So this one, a 91 Topps Nolan Ryan, the Desert Shield variant. So these are super hard to come by. This is in an 8, but this card has a very low population. Of course, these cards are very hard to come by. Everybody knows about the Chipper Jones. That thing is a monster. But I really, of course, being a Mets fan, just being a Nolan Ryan fan, I tend to lean towards pitchers to collect. A lot of people don't actually prefer like collecting, you know, the big hitters, the home run hitters, but I prefer the pitchers because I understand like how much goes into being a pitcher, and the toll it takes on your arm, and to stay fit and to stay healthy enough to throw in the 90s is just, it's an amazing accomplishment for any MLB pitcher. So I tend to collect them a little more than the hitters, but this is just an amazing card. I really enjoy owning this. I'd like to one day get a 9 in this, but and like I said, it's hard to come by these Desert Shield cards. So, but this one I really cherish. I don't think I would ever give this one away without getting a 9 first, so having a replacement for it. But yeah, so that's number 5 in my top 5. Actually, I'll just put it vertical. So number 4, yes, I'm a Mets fan, but I cannot deny what Aaron Judge did his rookie year. I think it's 50 home runs. He won the home run derby. Just insane player, insanely strong, big dude. Actually, it's funny being a Mets fan. Pete Alonso kind of maybe not in terms of stature, not in height, but in terms of home run hitting and winning the home run derby, and both New York rookies, and just making a name for the team, the club. It's just they're both very similar. But I can respect everything Aaron Judge did. I know he's been a little unhealthy in the beginning of this season, so he got off to a little bit of a rough start, and hasn't really picked up where he left off in 2017, but obviously he's still a great talent. When he has his next full healthy season, everyone will see. I mean, he can easily hit 40 home runs again, and maybe even 50, who knows, but just a great player. And this is just a Topps Chrome autograph. And I decided to pick this one up before it goes up more, which I think it will, just because he's a great player, and the Yankees always have a winning team. So, you know, it's just Yankees are one of the safer pickups in terms of collections value. So, for my Mets fans and for myself, this is my favorite Mets card I own. Well, okay, an exception, you'll see in a second. But this is my second favorite Mets card I own. It's a 2016 Topps Chrome, the Sapphire edition, the Sapphire Gold of the Michael Conforto rookie, and it's number 3/5. Just, it's a beautiful card. The shine on this thing is insane. You can kind of see. And what I like about this is this came out at the end of the year in 2016, so they actually got the Topps All-Star Rookie Cup logo on it as well as the rookie card, so you know it's got both. So it just jazzes it up a little bit, you know. It just looks like a nice card, and with the shine, it's just, I really enjoy owning this card. This one will definitely be PC forever. Conforto's just a great, solid hitter, hits for average, you know. Great player to have on the team. I really like him. He's just, you know, no nonsense with him. Just a professional overall. So that's number 3. So, top 2. Now this one, I have it ranked so high, not because of value, because I've already shown you a few cards that could trump this card in terms of value, but I really just enjoy owning this card because the classic look of it. I love the color scheme, you know, the purple and green. It's just it's so recognizable. Anybody who collects baseball cards will see this card and instantly know what it is. And as Elite Code 3 says, buy the card, not the grade. And this one, in my opinion, looks better than a 7. I mean, I've looked it over. I can see there's a little bit of chipping at the very bottom. You see the purple, and maybe on the edges. I guess that's really the only place they go wrong, because the top, I mean, this card is very sharp for a 7. I've seen worse 7s, and it's well centered too. This card has centering issues. It's a little off top to bottom, but overall it still has great eye appeal and just a great looking card, man. Awesome. I mean, when I think about card collecting, this is what I think about in the hobby. Cards like this. And for the last one I'll show you, I can't think of a more, well, that's not true. There are very more recognizable cards like the Mantle, the 52 Mantle. But in terms of the face of the hobby, I think this one leads it off, for me at least, just because, I mean, it's the Nolan Ryan, the 68 Topps, just a super iconic card. I know people who don't collect baseball cards, and when they see this card, they know what it is, you know. It's very recognizable. And in a PSA 5, it's very respectable grade, just a very nice looking card. This is definitely going to stay in my collection forever, unless, like I said, I ever were to get an upgrade. But I actually graded this one myself. I bought it at a card show in Orlando, Florida, back in 2017, and I sent it in, and I got the 5. I actually tried twice. I tried twice because I thought maybe it looked better than a 5, but as I've gone on with time, I've realized that it's very fair grade at a 5, because if you can see, the purple logo has some print defects, and as well as the corners have a little bit of creasing, and you know, this one's a little bit pushed in at the bottom. So it's, like I said, it's a very respectable grade though, so I'm not going to be complaining anything about this card. But just a beautiful card. So here's my top 3, and I mean, honestly, the order's interchangeable. Like, all these cards, top 10, they're just all great cards. I don't really like saying, like, oh, this is my favorite card of all. I can say with this one, just because I am a Mets fan, it's just a classic looking card. But as you'll see with my hockey and football videos that will be coming up shortly, I have other cards that I just drool over every time I see them. So it's really hard for me to put a definitive favorite marker on my favorite card. But anyway, so thanks so much for watching. This is my first video, so there's lots of room for improvement. It's a rainy day here, you know. It's really hard to get lighting in my house. My house is like dark. I don't know why, it just always is. So I have to use lighting from my ceiling or my lamp as best I can until I go back to school, and then I'll have my desk set up, so it'll be a little more permanent spot. But for now, I'm home, so I'm making videos on the windowsill of the spare room. So I hope you enjoy. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll be back soon. Bye.